everyone. My name is Kate. I'm the president of Chess Club, and Chess Club just encourage anyone who are interested in playing chess to just go and play a game. Everyone is safe from 15 to 145.
I'm Andy. I'm the president of ASA, and the point of ASA is to share Asian culture throughout the college and create a safe place for anyone to able to find themselves wanting to learn, and anyone, no matter your background, your ethnicity, or what you may or not believe, you are welcome to be a member of ASA, and yeah, everyone is welcome in.
So my name is Linda Salwan. I am treasurer of ASA, along with the president of the STEM Club, currently reviving up. And I'm here for STEM Club. I'm helping with other students to help network and build connections for STEM field.
Hi, my name is Miku. I am the secretary of ASA, like Andy said, but I'm also the vice president of communication for Alpha Sigma Phi, which is a fraternity on campus. We focus on brotherhood, philanthropy, and art networking events.
I'm Madison Akui. I'm a Men's graduate assistant. I probably spammed all of you to come today. So, glad to see you guys all here. I'm also a member of SGP. Yeah, just glad to be here.
My name is Reem Saeed Awad, and I am the Vice President of Students for Justice in Palestine and Muslim Student Association. Our goal is to, similar to yours, spread our culture, show you a little more about what Palestinians are about, and hopefully we can represent.
My name is Farah Awad. I'm her daughter. And I'm the president of Students for Justice in Palestine and the secretary for Muslim Student Association. And yeah, our goal is basically, a lot of people don't know about the Middle East and our culture in Palestine. And there's a lot of misconceptions about Muslims, so we want to clear those things.
My name is Adam Majalan, and I'm the president of the MSA and treasurer of Students for Justice in Palestine. And like they said, our goal is to clear misconceptions about Islam, help unite the Muslims and let them know that they're not alone, and hopefully create a safe space for them to get together.
My name is Nazir Al-Nahas. I'm a representative from the MSA and Students for Justice in Palestine, and what they said.
Congratulations, you're now an official student organization.
That's right.
We'll finish here and then we'll hit our friends in the back.
Hi, my name is Porter. I am a programmer, or I'm representing the programming team at the Unity Center. I am one of 4 people who helps put together the programs for the Unity Center. Our goal is really to create a safe space for everybody on campus, regardless of age, race, sexuality, gender orientation. We have a lot of services that a lot of people aren't aware about, like free period products. We even have a room for lactating mothers to go and give milk, and we have a fridge for them to put it in. So yeah, we're just here to support anyone who needs help.
I love your slogan. The world that works for everyone.
My name's Jordan. I'm vice president of the freshman class here on campus. Our goal really is to have freshmen have a good experience through college, make sure they know the resources we have, and just make their college experience a fun one.
I'm Autumn Luncheon, and I'm from the biology club. I'm the secretary. Our goal really is to empower and support biology and even non-biology majors. Biology, it's in everything. So we just create a safe space for people to come hang out and maybe learn a little bit.
Hi, I'm Lydia Surak. I'm representing the Wellness and Exercise Science Club. Hi, I'm the vice president, and then I have 2 members here with me. This is Brianna Chamora and then Tess.
came with me for much of sport. And so we just want, our goal of our club is to, it's kind of new, but we're trying to increase everyone's health education and awareness of the importance of physical activity and being active and how it affects you across your lifespan. So we work with Sojourner House, so we can help kids, but then we also want to partner with the senior population so that way we can get across the generations that health and fitness is really important. Thank you.
This is great. Lots of different organizations, lots of membership from same organizations, lots of different organizations too, which is amazing in terms of. Did I miss someone? I'm sorry.
Anchor.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much, Becky. I'm sorry. Anchor TV,
Yeah.
please.
So, I'm Brian, I'm the president of Anchor TV, not Anchor Newspaper, two separate things. Just so everyone at SEG, and whoever, because I heard there was some confusion, like, oh, aren't they the same thing? No, newspaper is different, I'm part of it, but I'm not speaking for them in any capacity. So, Anchor TV is basically a student digital media organization. We've worked with some of you doing like promotional videos and stuff, so for any who haven't worked with us yet, if you want promotional videos made covering your events or what you do at clubs so that you can show it to people, post it on your social media, you can email us. I believe we're either going to be or we're posted in Amanda's newsletter.
Tomorrow.
So tomorrow, check that out for information on how to get in contact with us. But yeah, we do journalism, skits, just digital media content. That's all from me.
Is that a paid ad?
That is not a...
I have paid no one.
He works for free.
I do work for free.
Well, I am Tyler Jackman, managing editor of the Anchor newspaper, and despite what you may have heard, we are not Anchor TV. We are the leading student-run newspaper and media organization, though you're close to number one, on campus. And of course, we are glad to be here and incredibly grateful of the opportunity to cover this event.
Oh, I have to talk too?
You have to talk.
I'm Caitlin. I'm treasurer of both of those orgs. And yeah, newspaper, we write about what we hope you guys want to read. And TV, we record events and stuff. And some of you guys I reached out to, and you did not get back to us. So y'all should email me back, man.
Been called out. Well, again, sorry for my friends that I didn't acknowledge or didn't
We're
chance.
behind you, it's okay.
Oh, thank you. A great shot you're getting from me. So, that being said, we want to make sure we maximize the time. I don't know if everyone was aware, President Martin does have a hard stop at 10 of for another important meeting coming up. But what speaks to this is that we're going to have to get a bigger room and more time next time, which I think we'll be more than happy to do. But that being said, maybe you could all share from your organizations maybe a success, and then maybe a challenge or a thing you'd love to change. Not necessarily about your org, but for example, is there something that is concerning regarding funding, or perhaps it's space or something in that regard, so we can focus on that and make sure we give each org enough time to chat and have opportunity to connect with President White. If that's fine with you, then we will move. Yep.
Or anything else that's on your minds.
Of course.
I'm struck by the variety of organizations. You should know I started my career as a director of student activities. I was a dean of students for many years, so I'm certainly accustomed to working with students and student organizations. And there's a way of seeing what you do as, I would describe it as a co-curriculum. It's really designed along with the teaching and learning that goes on in classes to be another opportunity to learn, to deepen the learning. That's why I like to hear about academically affiliated clubs, like marketing and accounting and some of the others that you mentioned along the way. But these are also leadership. This is a laboratory for exercising leadership and doing so in ways that really advance the best of leaders. So we're committed to that. We're committed to leadership training. I think you had Doug Curitin here last Friday. Doug worked here for many years, supporting students, but providing leadership training. When he left Rhode Island College, he now trains all over the country. Very successful business. I've known Doug for a long time. So we're committed to that kind of training too, because this is an educational institution, and you should learn deeply from the experiences that you have. So happy to open it up.
wanna just do like raise of hand or anti-fan? You're up.
So our most success event for this semester was our Lunar New Year, which is talk about and sharing culture of a holiday where many Asian countries celebrate, which many will know as the Lunar New Year, where we have food, activities, and even lion dance. Not dragon, lion. And it was, for me, at least for me, it was a moment where I can remember back in Massachusetts where we celebrated at home in different parts of Boston. But our most success and our struggles are.
So I want to talk about like one of the challenges that we face for like most of our events in the past is just how rigid Donovan made the situation is to be, because like a lot of the time it's very hard for us to like get approval of like catering and like bringing food outside of campus. So a lot of the time we have to settle with, oh, we gotta send like a specific like recipes to them, and then they will be like, oh, let me see if we can do it. And I mean, they try their best, but it's kind of like still very rigid, and I hope that like, you know, it can be looked at in a different way.
You should know that the common way that colleges and universities deal with dining, whether we run our own, which we do here, or whether it's an outside company, is that the local dining always gets the first crack at any food that's served. It's a common set of agreements, but within that, if they can't provide what you're looking for, there are ways to have a discussion about that. And isn't this the year of the dragon in
Yes.
Chinese Lunar New Year?
Yes.
Okay.
And
So we can look into that. But the first way to go about resolving is to see if there's more flexibility there.
And ASA is actually spearheading a cultural festival in April, a very large one with all the other identity-based and cultural-based organizations. So they are hoping that we can maybe support some local restaurants or things that have very authentic cultural food. So that might be a further discussion. But
Okay.
for that event, it'll be a mix of multiple cultures where I'm sure Don will have a more difficult time for trying to recreate these authentic recipes where as food is part of culture, and I think it's probably better for it's going to get it right and show how people in different countries have their own meaning for food.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had our own culinary arts degree program? Yes. And then the students prepare the foods according to. I worked in 2 different institutions that had very strong culinary programs. Bristol Community College was one, and Johnson & Wales University was the other. And there are great opportunities when you have that, to have the students actually learn the recipes and prepare the food.
Yeah, I won't.
Or Susan can do. I'll branch out from nachos.
But only nachos.
Okay.
I won't mind starting a culinary club if I really want it.
Yeah, also a good idea.
thank you, ASA. I see it in here, and here. So Farah over here, Porter in there, and out. Okay. Far first, and then I'll figure.
I agree with Andy, the food situation is a little bit difficult because like there's some authentic like, spices and such that we would need to use. So that's one thing. And then actually we've been pretty successful so far. We're starting to plan some new events. We want to do like a watermelon crochet event, but we have to do teaching first.
What did the watermelon what?
Crochet.
Crochet? Okay, I thought I heard that.
Yeah, so
I'm very
actually,
curious to see what that.
I can show you one.
The watermelon is a representation of Palestine,
Okay.
the black colors.
Oh, I see, I got it.
Yeah, so we want to teach my mom's here, how to make these. But first we want to do a teach-in, basically just kind of explaining the culture in Palestine, because we're Palestinian, and it's a big part of our identity, and we would love for other students to know our culture and kind of explore the nicer parts of the Middle East in general, and then of course learn about Palestine.
And we are Palestinians in the diaspora, so we have a lot to offer to many different countries in many different ways. And we have a very rich history that I think a lot of people may be interested in. And we can see that because right now we have over 20 members. So within, weeks. So. We would love to see you all in the teach-in. I think you'll be inspired, I promise.
I want to let you guys know that we have our own garden on this campus. You guys know that?
No.
So, yeah, we make, not make, we raise food in the summer so that we can harvest it. So eventually in the fall, we're going to be able to give the president a basket of whatever we make, or whatever we grow. So that's going to be, we grow all kinds of stuff. But then you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we grow a mix of vegetables, like your typical ones, like your salad greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, stuff like that, even carrots and such. We're still branching out with fruits and stuff. We have done like watermelons and different kinds of cantaloupes and stuff, but still up on the up and up that one. But we're trying to do strawberries hopefully in the near future. Really hope to do that. But we also grow herbs. I think we grow like a ton of basil and a ton of mint that's actually used at Donovan.
Too much.
Oh, really?
Maybe there's some other spices that you could grow that would
Yeah.
reflect
Oh, yeah.
Asian Palestinian cultures.
That's
Yes.
very true.
Collabs.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna bring up, that we could have food that we grow in the garden so that we can supply whatever club that, wants whatever we grow, so.
But you should know that many years ago, I was a gardener myself. I had a big organic garden in my backyard. I grew eggplants and okra, and it started with the scrawny 25 roots of strawberries that turned out to be a massive strawberry garden that I had put cheesecloth over to keep the birds away. Corn, several different varieties of corn, beans, peas, the whole thing. It was fun. And we have 3 beehives on campus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
We also make our own honey here. So,
It's just cool to spread awareness about it, because I know a lot of people don't even know we have it. It's in the back of the nursing building and the biology building.
Thank you for letting us know. I'm gonna have Porter go next, and then I saw Adamson, and then I saw the lovely ladies from Anchor. That's your order.
Hi. Hi, Porter again. I work at the Community Center as a programmer. We had a couple really successful events happen recently. Our Hot Ones and Hot Takes event that we did in collaboration with Harambe, who unfortunately couldn't make it to this meeting today. Went really well. We had a good turnout. We also had a really good turnout at our Black History Month exhibition last night. We shared a lot about Black culture and African storytelling, and had a lot of people from the community come and speak. What I think I want to bring to the attention of you and then also to everybody here is that I was made aware recently about the academic model that is being brought up to campus that really affects our population and the students we work with. Because the students that come into the center are students who are working 2 or 3 jobs and come into it and really paying their way through. And under this new academic model, you switch in undergraduate courses from 4 credits to 3 credits, from my understanding. student organizations, but also to work my jobs and be able to start feeling in college. And it was brought up that when I was discussing with my peers, that students can transfer out of RIC and go to different schools. But for me, that's not really an option. I'm from Florida. I'm actually a student from moved my whole life up here to come to this college. So it was just something that was really sitting at me that should be brought up.
Well, thanks for the input about that. That's just a proposal under discussion right now. Rhode Island College is unusual in having the bulk of our courses be 4-credit courses. So if you did transfer to another place, chances are you would have all 3 credit courses. So that's just a proposal that's being discussed now with the various faculty organizations and representation. No decision has been made about that. So, but it's one of those kinds of debates that is worth having on a college campus to get different perspectives and points of view. So that's where we are with it now. We're gathering perspectives about it. No official decision has been made whatsoever. It has to go through a couple of our campus committees, so what we call shared governance. It will go through that, and it'll be discussed and fleshed out further. So that's all in process. It's a worthwhile discussion for campus academic community to have. That's what that is right now.
So Adam is next.
So I'm the president of the MSA, and we've had success becoming official, and we're gonna have our first event hopefully on March 3rd, Islamic Jeopardy. You guys are all welcome, and you get to learn a little about Islam. And also, we've had little success with getting a prayer room, but it's also across all of campus at Whipple, and it's really hard to get there, and it's in a bad area. And Amanda Strider did her best to get us a good room, but if we could get a better room, hopefully, or maybe your help, that would be great. Like somewhere maybe in Craig Lee, a permanent room for us, like be able to get together and pray, because we don't want a small room, because we're big. We have around 30 members, and we get together to pray.
But would this require dedicating the space entirely to that and
If that's
no other
possible,
use,
yeah.
or are you looking at particular times?
I mean, we could do both, but a more permanent space would be better if that's possible.
If it's possible, I mean, space is always a concern, particularly when we dedicate it to one function. So we may have to approach this.
We could do one around like certain times, because we have prayers from like 12. They go throughout the whole day, but the most important ones are from 12 to 6. And if we could possibly get one during that time, like somewhere around Craig or Gage, that would be very helpful.
Can look into that.
I don't know if you're aware, but in the Unity Center, we do also have a prayer room.
Yeah, but we're like 30 members, right?
Oh, yeah, I was just letting you know that if you wanted to let your members know, there is also a space where they can go.
I know in other colleges in Rhode Island, they do have space specifically designated for Muslims to pray. They even hold Friday prayer there. So I know Brown University has it, I know URI has it. I'm not sure why Rick doesn't have it yet, but we have a huge community of Muslim students in Rhode Island College that would need that type of space. We also are looking to hold the teach-in very soon. That way we can continue with our Students for Justice in Palestine, and we're having a hard time with that. So we would like to get that hooked as soon as possible. We would like to have that on the 29th because we need to have the teach-in as soon as possible. There's a movement right now, and we would like to have Rick be part of this movement. It's very important as a school. There are things happening, and I know a lot of people have given us feedback. They're interested in joining the movement, so.
Let's stay with that notion of the movement for a moment. What I certainly want to avoid here is the deep polarization that exists on some college campuses and university campuses around this country. I won't support that. Education, teach-ins, respect for the Palestinian culture, but when we get in the middle and anti-Semitism rears its head, it's as bad as anti-Palestinian stuff.
You realize Palestinians are Semites, so there is no such thing as anti-Semitism.
Understood.
So Palestinians are Semites, I hope you all know this. So the whole rhetoric about anti-Semitism is not true. And that's what we want to teach people, right? We want to teach you and have you judge for yourself. You know, we are not here to create havoc.
And that's fine. I just think that what I really want to avoid here are some of the slogans that are passed around.
Absolutely,
that
I
are
agree.
interpreted as genocidal in both directions.
I
don't want
disagree with that. Palestinians are being Israelis are committing genocide against Palestinians because there's 40,000 children that have been killed. Whereas if you're calling what Hamas did, which I condemn absolutely 100%, but that was 1,200 people that died. So we're talking about 40,000 people in 4 months, opposed to 1,200. All civilian lives matter. And that's what we want. The polarization is happening because Israeli Zionist organizations are more, America is with Zionist organizations opposed to Palestinian organizations. And what we want to do is say, we're here, we're Palestinians, there is something that's happening there, a real genocide is happening, and it's still continuing.
And we want to bring students together.
Yeah, and just urge caution to keep it within the bounds of education.
100%.
Which is what we're about here as an institution. Because as we look around to what's happening in other places, it's become much more deeply polarizing. It's been politicized in the most negative of ways, and we would like to avoid that.
And that's what we want to do. Our point is to bring students together under the humanity umbrella. So we've been so dehumanized as Palestinians. Our point is to show people we're human. And what's happening to Gaza is not okay. What happened on October 7th is not okay. You know, we're all basically under the same boat.
But it also did not start on October 7th, and that's what we want to teach.
Exactly.
It is an occupation, it is an apartheid, and people need to know. You know, whether politically America is with Palestine or not, it doesn't matter. We should have the freedom, and this is why we're in college, right? To have the freedom of choice and to speak up. So I urge you I would love to have an open conversation because, you know, I am a grad from Rhode Island College. I am an alumni. I graduated in 2010, and now I'm back for my master's in justice studies. So I would love to be able to feel like we are supported. And I thank you.
What you have an organization, so you're official, you're recognized, you have access to space to do your work.
We appreciate it.
And if any of that sounds interesting, you should definitely check out their general membership meetings. But I want to make sure other student orgs get a chance to.
Thank you all for the information. We have here.
So like I said earlier,
The Greek road there.
yeah.
Greek road.
So we're from Theta Phi Alpha, and one of our main philanthropies is helping the homeless. So one of our probably most successful events so far has been, we go to, it's called the May Organization for the Homeless. It's in Cranston. We go there quite often and we help them like bag clothes. We put together little food baskets. We organize some food for people that are less fortunate. I know, we bag lunches. I know soon we're actually going to one of their events and actually like helping them cater for people. That was one of our more successful events. I also we're here definitely just to make people more aware that sororities and fraternities are not what everyone sees on TVs, and they're not what everyone thinks the stereotype is. That we're actually just a group of people that share the same interests, like hanging out and also really helping the community around them. And then she actually has some things to work on.
Yeah, I just want to say as a whole with Greek life and sororities, fraternities on campus, I feel like there's not enough, they're not publicly known enough. And like Kenzie said, we do a lot more than what people think that we do. And we want to help with the community and the BRIC campus, but we have a hard time with outreach and networking, and we feel like we hit a lot of dead ends a lot of the times when we're trying to work with other orgs or like even just the campus in general, because it is so much like their sorority, we're not gonna do that because we don't want like to have an affiliation with like Greek letters, we're actually the opposite, like we want to help people, and that's why we're all together. The other concern that we have is there's like a lack of space because in Providence we're not allowed to have houses. We do have our sorority office, but our meetings were a chapter of 20 girls, and I know that we are like one of the mid-sized chapters. There's a chapter that's bigger than us, and we get removed from the general like meeting rooms like Gauge 200. We get removed from the student union ballroom, which is supposed to be for student organizations to utilize. Like our recruitment's next week, and I've received so many emails from people saying that they needed us to move our room into a classroom, and the classroom's just not compatible for what we have to do. We have ceremonies and we have activities that we need these multi-purpose rooms for. So I think that if we're given a space and we're not removed last minute, we would be able to do the outreach and networking that we'd like to do.
Well, let's look into that.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Look into that. You should know that my first presidency was as president of a fraternity.
Oh, really? Which one?
Phi Delta Theta.
Okay.
And we had a robust Greek life at the University of Vermont, where I went. We had 16 fraternities and 8 sororities. Each had a house, so it was part of the residential life of the campus as well, and also a robust part of student life on campus.
I think COVID, as it did to many other orgs, like I think COVID kind of shut down Greek life for a little bit, and then when we came back to campus, like no one really knew too much about it. So we're just trying to get it like back. I'm sure Ellie can say too. We're just trying to get it back to what it was.
I was going to ask, how can the RIC community help support Greek life and help promote us? Because recruitment has been difficult because people don't want to get involved.
Well, you've got 2 sources of media here. Make your story public. And what's happening in Greek life now is really the very best of what Greek life does, and that's community service. We were not as community service oriented. We were much more focused on campus life and parties and those kinds of things. But this is really the best of Greek life, and we should support it. Get the word out. You've got Anchor TV here. You've got Anchor newspaper here. So,
if I could share as well, I mean, so and I was going to offer this at the end to the orgs, is that one of the things that I like to do through the Dean, I have this great access in the Dean of Students account to mass email lots of people. So for lots of clubs and orgs, I'll promote their events, and that has been pretty effective. I'm kind of surprised that people come up, and I've only been here about almost 6 months, and people know my name because of the emails I'm sending, which says people are reading the messages, which is great. And so I'm very excited about that. So that would be one avenue I'd recommend, but to all of you. The other area...
I get your messages too. Slow down.
I don't know what to do with that. But on the other side too, there's this really handsome guy running an Instagram account called Rick Dean of Students. And I try to promote there and tag organizations and try to get things going. So I would love to share all that information out for you all too. So there's lots of ways we're trying to re-engage electronically. So I'll pass
May I
that
give
off.
you just a quick pointer? I do a lot of networking and stuff. Directly send emails to like the social work department, sociology department, because you're doing something that they would be interested in. So I would highly recommend that.
Thank you. So folks, we are at time.
He's going to say one more question. Yeah,
Okay.
and then he has to bounce. As long as it's a quick one. Yeah.
So I think the anchor was next in that queue. And then for anyone else who had questions, I can collect them. If you'd like me to send them to your office, I could be happy to do that.
Please do.
So
I guess since we're talking about success stories, I think we have a pretty good one. So when COVID knocked us out, basically Anchor TV had one member by the time I got there. It was me, right? So I was never actually planning to be president at all. But then I get there, and we all know Raymond Bakari. I'm sure he's questioned you a million times. I get there, he's just like, hey. Yeah, right? So I get there, he's like, hey buddy, if you don't become president, the org is gone. And I was like, okay.
And now the org's not gone.
And now the org has 20 members.
That's a
So
false narrative.
very happy. So yeah, I'm very happy that we've managed to come back from all that. And we do a lot of people talk about, promotions and, wanting to be recognized more. One of the most effective things I've found for hiring people are those mass emails from TED. I think pretty much all 20 people that I've hired saw the email or they saw something on social media and were like, hey, we want to join in. And that's how we get people to also watch the Anchor TV Weekly and the different videos. People do check that Dean of Students email. And if you guys want promotional videos, like we did film the ASA Lunar New Year, we got very cool shots of the Lion Dance, and that was a fun event to be a part of. If you have events like that and you want to be able to show it to people, this is what we do. Look at this video that we didn't have to film because we made someone else to do it for free. We'll do it for free. We're not going to charge you, right? Just email us or talk to the newspaper.
I do need to go, but I need
Yeah.
to say this one thing. When I decided to become a candidate for the presidency here after my status as an interim,